Welcome back to Studio Chatter. Maybe your mom or grandmother taught you how to sew or bake, but those skills aren't taught as much anymore. But we have someone here that teaches just these skills. Welcome Emily Averett from the Chillon Reception Center. It's a cooking, sewing, or decor issue. Emily has the skills. Thanks for being here with us.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So that's exactly why you're here, because those are all the things I cannot do. I don't bake, I don't sew, I don't put floral-y things together, and my daughter happened to come to your sewing class this summer.
She did.
And she made things.
I know.
She sewed things with you.
She did so good.
That's amazing.
Fun that you're offering that to kids.
Yeah, we did it during this summer. I did a little sewing camp, and we started with just some basic skills, and I actually had them make masks too, because they're going to need them, right? So we sewed masks and scrunchies, and then some of the girls continued on, and like Barrett, and she did the pajama pants, and it's amazing to see how fulfilled these little girls feel when they create something.
And how old's Barrett?
9.
And she's just showing.
So literally, they started with a little tic-tac-toe. That's what they started.
Oh.
They graduated to the mask.
I don't even know that I could do that.
And then she finished with the pajama bottoms.
I did this in 7th
You guys,
grade.
I cheated.
Yes.
I cheated in home ec, and I paid somebody to make my pajama bottoms. I did. I know.
Okay, so where did...
And put these you put their
the little folders
to keep
all
together.
their info together.
She had their,
was this through the city, or was it just a separate
I just did it out of my home. I had a friend approach me and say that, then asked if I would be willing to teach her daughter. So we rounded up some other girls to join. I actually hired my niece to come and help assist us too, and it was fun for her. And I think we had 6 girls in our first class, and I just taught them some skills of how to sew.
So hoping that they can circle back and maybe do another session. I mean, I love you guys that she's asking. She's asking for a sewing machine for Christmas.
Oh, I love that.
Like, I have one still in the box. It's 10 years old, but it's brand new.
But you can buy like little kids.
Yeah,
she said, "Mom, don't buy that one. Don't buy that one."
A nicer one.
She's like, that one will break
Something
in the
that's
first
gonna
week.
last.
Well, all the girls want the one with the adjustable speed, because they like to run it really slow. So the little kid ones don't do that, but they
I was
love
thinking
it.
fast. They want to go mean.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, they get a little intimidated. Like if your foot presses the pedal too hard and it kind of runs away from them, that scares them.
That's like a foreign language to me. She's like a foot pedal, and I threaded the needle, the bobbin.
Yes.
I'm the what?
I've got to go back to what brought you to the sewing, baking, like that love, and like staying with those like good, like core value.
Maybe?
Yeah, and life skills.
Yes.
You know, growing up, my mom always did 4-H with us. And so during the summer, we spent our summers doing 4-H. And it didn't matter what we wanted to learn, she found a way for us to do a project in that area. So we always did sewing. That was one we had to do. And photography was one that we tried. And if she didn't know how to teach it, she'd find somebody to kind of teach us that skill we wanted to learn. And then just the things that kind of stuck with me were always sewing and baking. And now I'm the florist at the Chillon, which is our family business. So just my mom kind of gave me those opportunities to learn all these things, and then the ones I enjoyed the most, I just kept pursuing and learning.
So before we move on to baking, I've had you do some tailoring. Is that what you would call it?
Yes.
I can't remember what it was on. I think
a hem came out.
Something, yes. So you do that for people. If someone wanted to contact you, you can sew a button on a shirt, or you can do a hem, or sew up something that...
I'm just
She's your best friend, right?
My sister-in-law just got married, and she had a dress that she had saved for 25 years. And so when she was ready to get married, we had to do all these alterations. We adjusted the sleeves, and there was a giant bow on the back, and that was the first thing. I'm like, let's unpick that right away.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, I did some alterations on that for her, so I'm happy to do that for people.
Okay, so now let's shift from sewing to baking.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. What are you doing for people? Can you hire out? And what is
Fruity
this?
Pebbles? Is that what's on top of those?
Fruity Pebble cupcakes, and they are so good. This is like a crumble, so it's not just straight Fruity Pebbles, and you can eat it just by the handfuls. So these are Fruity Pebble cupcakes.
So is the cake itself, does it have Fruity Pebbles
It has
in
like Fruity Pebble infused milk.
What does that mean?
Like you soak the cereal bowl?
Yeah, you literally make a bowl of cereal and then drain the milk off and put it in the recipe.
Did you make that up?
I didn't.
Oh my gosh, I've never
that sounds made up, and I love it.
But since you brought that up, so on the Chillon page, the custom cakes I noticed have become very popular.
Yes.
So talk about those for a moment.
Okay, so just to be clear, I don't bake the cakes at the Chillon. We have another baker that does that. But those are such a rage right now. The brides will pick like 5 of their favorite themed things, like Lord of the Rings or
for their wedding?
Yeah. So the back half,
and then they're just like
you'll have to look at the Chillon Instagram page. The back half of the cake will be just this elaborate character cake from we had Darth Vader on the top of a cake and a Star Wars theme or Zelda, just all these
going
kind of
back to like childhood. I love this.
But then the front
gosh,
half of the cake is very formal and very just
but
like
then
your
the back has
traditional.
like
But as
like
your
2 faces.
full-time job as the event coordinator at the Chillon, people can find you and you can help also provide that. Okay. And if you would like a mask, you can also.
Yeah, I've been making lots of masks.
Order
it's
those
a very
from you as
timely thing.
Is it really? It
Yeah.
takes some time because they're double-sided and.
Yeah, but I just mean everybody needs them. So
Well, see.
it does take a little bit of time.
I can't do that either. Okay, another list
So
item.
Natasha and I have both hired you for our mom's birthday cakes.
Well, I did not. I tried to.
Yes,
I tried
she
to.
tried
but
to.
You tried to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were able to. She was
Okay.
too booked. You have
Because
to.
I remember her
Yeah.
saying that she was going to, and so tell us about that. Is that instead of just going and getting like a buttercream frosting cake at
I like to do
grocery store?
custom orders. I do them a lot for friends and family, so people can contact me about that, and I'll do custom birthday cakes. I'm making one actually for a little boy tomorrow. So he was doing the Fruity Pebble cake, and he wants a jazz theme. So I do that sometimes, just baking cakes.
And what's your Instagram, or like how can people find you and see what you have to offer?
Just through my personal page, just where there's so many different things. I do have a sewing page because I'll do dance costumes. So they can look there at Luster Design Line is my sewing page. But for cakes or things like that, just my personal page, or
And is that Emily?
that's Emily Ruth Averett.
Okay.
Yep.
So you have helped us, I know, with a couple of costumes in particular for candidates going to Miss Utah.
Yes.
So, and we will share some of those photos. Do you have any costumes in particular that are your favorites or that you've helped with over the past year or two?
That was absolutely one of my favorites. And that was for Miss Spanish for 2018, correct? Morgan Olson. And you know what? I hate to admit it, but the ones that I find most challenging always end up being the most rewarding.
Okay.
What one was it?
It was her Miss Utah outfit. So it was black and white, and
For her
she wore
tumbling
it
routine.
to Miss Utah.
Okay.
This was for her. This was for her talent, and it was more of a midriff and a skirt
With lots of rhinestones. Lots of rhinestones.
So do people come to you with their idea and say, take it, or do you work together and collaborate?
A lot of times they'll present me with their idea, and then I'll do my best, or sometimes, because I'm still learning as challenges arise, we'll make adjustments and things, but a lot of times, especially with Pinterest, which can be a good and a bad thing, people come with lots of ideas. So I'll try to help them kind of narrow down maybe the similar things through their favorite ideas and put something together.
Be a little more realistic.
Yes.
What's your favorite of the two, baking or sewing? Do you have a true love?
You know, it really depends. I love to bake, but if I do it too much, then I want to sew. So
Yes.
it kind of just,
So
I
you have
need
a
the
good
trade-off. But I will admit, I find making bread so therapeutic. There is just something about that, and then eating the fresh slice with butter on it.
Oh, I do love that.
I'll come and sample.
Yes, I don't like the making. It's not therapeutic for me.
That's not therapeutic for me either. Mine's always been rock hard and flat and disgusting.
Mine's decent.
so-
It's just the time. I need to just relax and enjoy that time that it takes. Yeah.
No, about once a year like literally once a year, I'll be like, we should make cupcakes. Doesn't that just sound fun? And after we're about halfway through the process.
Like, are we done yet?
Right, that is me.
Why am I making fruity pebble
You know, I
like, this is not fun.
It's funner if there's not children in the kitchen, I will say. When my little boy wants to help, it's not as therapeutic, but I try to give him the opportunity so someday he can make me things. Yeah.
Passing it on.
Yeah.
Because it is a lost art. And I think it's because you can go down and buy your pajama pants for $5 at Walmart.
Yeah.
And the cupcakes are so, and so I do think it is important to continue to teach and to have people learn how to do these skills.
Who knows where this world's going? We may all be making our own
Well,
pajamas.
we appreciate you, and we are calling on you to be the next 4-H mom.
Well, thank you
so much for being here.
You're awesome.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we'll talk about the serious mission of Operation Underground Railroad. Stay with us on Studio Chatter.